Today's Bible verse. Matthew chapter 4 verse 1 and 2. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungred. Amen. Explanation of this verse. Today's Bible verse is taken from Matthew. In this Bible verse, we see that Jesus was tempted by the devil. Jesus' 40-day fast in the wilderness was a time of great testing, but he remained faithful to God. He overcame all of the devil's temptations, and he showed us how to resist the devil's temptations in our own lives. First, we learn that we can resist the devil's temptations. Jesus was tempted by the devil, but he overcame all of his temptations. This shows us that we can resist the devil's temptations too, if we trust in God and rely on his strength. Second, we learn from this Bible verse that we need to be aware of the devil's temptations. The devil is always trying to tempt us, but we can resist his temptations if we are aware of them. We need to be on the lookout for the devil's traps, and we need to be prepared to resist them. Third, we learn that we need to rely on God's strength. Jesus was able to overcome the devil's temptations because he relied on God's strength. We need to do the same thing. We need to rely on God's strength to resist the devil's temptations in our own lives. Conclusion. So dear brothers and sisters, we learn from this Bible verse that we should be aware of the devil's temptations. The devil is always trying to tempt us, so we need to be aware of his traps. We need to be on the lookout for the things that the devil knows we are weak to. We should always resist the devil's temptations. When we are tempted by the devil, we need to resist his temptations. We need to say no to his temptations, and we need to say yes to God. We should always rely on God's strength. We cannot resist the devil's temptations in our own strength. We need to rely on God's strength to resist the devil's temptations. May God bless us through this today's Bible verse. Say Amen. If you love to see the beautiful words of God, then follow for more.